These are a couple of LED night dive marker lights. Hopefully I can get enough dimness in here for you can see what these are. These are made by a company called Aquatec or something like that. Let's see. Aquatec. The reason why I have two of them, and they're slightly different length, you can see. They're different lights. One of them is a flashing strobe that flashes at a strobe rate maybe once every half a second or so, and once every second. And one is a green light. They take little button cells. They've got LR44s in them, but I would recommend you get SR44s because it's a better cell and it lasts longer. The way you turn them on is they've got double O-rings in them. You just twist the cap all the way down, and you can see this is the green one. You know, it's like a chemical stick, but you know, all you do is put batteries in it, and you just twist the cap on and you know, lock it all the way on, and then back it off just a little bit to turn it off. Here's the strobe. See if you can see this. Yeah, here we go. They've never been used. I got them, and they've never been dove. I had some problems where I can't dive any longer. So I've done some reading on these. I've had these a number of years, and they don't make any quite like this anymore. These are pretty nice ones, and this feels like chrome-plated brass right here. It's substantial, the ends of them. Here's the problems that some folks had on them. Some people complained, excuse me, that the lanyards didn't last long. So I would suggest that if you're going to use these with these lanyards, that you consider that. Maybe, you know, I don't know. My experience with lanyards are that these things are really hardy. But you might want to look at getting something really substantial, maybe more substantial than the lanyards. This is a pretty small hole. It's really kind of made for a lanyard to loop through there. The other complaint is that that these things are sealed inside, and I guess these batteries, and this is another reason why I would say get the SR44s instead of the LR44s. The LR44s are kind of an alkaline battery, magnesium alkaline battery technology. The SRs are silver oxide batteries. Is that when they open these things up at the end of the dive, is that there was kind of a pressurizing in there from gas, and it kind of blew apart, and they wondered about the batteries and stuff like that, and they took them apart and blah, blah, blah. I would say that these things need to be serviced like, you know, any other O-ringable stuff like this, you know, electronics gear after a dive, and that what you do is that at the end of the dive, you take them apart, you dry them off, and then I would say keep the SR44 batteries in there. Instead of the LRs, which really are like putting alkalines in anything. You know, if you leave those batteries in there, that they're going to come apart and ruin whatever they're in. So I would get SRs and the silvers and not the LRs. As far as I know, they work just fine, and they're kind of cool. So if you have any questions, feel free to post.